The Erongo Regional Council has conducted an internal induction program for the newly elected councillors aimed at orientating them on the functions and responsibilities of the council. Under the theme One Region, One Vision, the induction was officiated by the Erongo Governor, Honorable Natalia Goagoses, who called on councillors to work collectively to deliver effective services to the residents of the Erongo region.
Of course, while each of you represents a specific community in your constituencies, you are collectively responsible for shaping the future of entire Erongo Region, honorable councillors. Therefore, decisions taken in council chambers echo across towns, settlements, and rural areas. We are not in competition in the chambers with each other. We know our priority areas in our region, and we work according to those priorities. Political leaders must provide strategic direction and oversight, while officials must implement lawful decisions professionally and lawfully. Where this balance is maintained, members of Erongo Region, fellow Namibians, institutions are strengthened. On the other hand, and regrettably so, where it is ignored, service delivery suffers. The Erongo region faces complex challenges, including water security, urban expansion, unemployment, and heavy pressure on infrastructure. Addressing these issues will require leadership that is informed, leadership that is decisive, and leadership that is responsive. Strategic. Don't do small activity things like your governor is doing. We want to provide strategic leadership. It will also require commitment to ethical conduct, transparency, and prudent management of public resources. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I want to re-emphasize the need for policymakers to acquaint themselves with all existing policies, the instruments that are there that govern the regional councils, as well as local authorities, as well as traditional authorities, as well as all the industries that are operating in our region. As a governor, I wish to stress that leadership is ultimately measured by nothing else but by impact, by whether communities feel heard, whether services have improved, and whether development is inclusive and sustainable. Erongo Region, 7 constituencies, about 260,000 Namibians. Each one of these Namibians, youth, child, rural, urban, must feel your presence.
We are a unique group of policymakers hungry to deliver on the aspiration of our electorate. We are bound by a single responsibility, which is to serve the Erongo region as collective. The induction is aimed at sharpening us to master the internal process in pursuit of excellence. Fellow councillors, this induction will further offer us the opportunity to build trust not only between the councillors, but also with administration that support our work. When councillors and official operators partners, grounded in a clear defined role and mutual accountability, the institution becomes resilient and effective. Let us use this induction to establish a culture of understanding, a culture of cooperation, a culture of professionalism, and a culture of unity. The community we serve may never witness our internal deliberation, but they will certainly feel the outcome of how well we work together. The purpose of this induction is to dwell very much on the internal processes that drives the Erongo Regional Council. It's not just an internal process, but a formality of things that are to be done over the next 5 years. It is designed to sharpen your legislative skills and administrative competencies. Over the day and a half that we have scheduled to undertake this exercise, we'll look at the internal legislative procedures. These are procedures that master the standing rules and orders that guide our daily conduct as a council. We'll look at the constitutional mandate internally, because the regional councils, if you read Article 110 of the Act, the Constitution 110, it talks about the regional councils. So we will unpack that constitutional mandate. We'll need to understand the supreme law of the land as our main guiding principle. This will be compounded by other foundational instruments such as the Regional Councils Act itself, the State Finance Act, and all other policy instruments that governs the administration of a regional council. Accountability is one of those primary aspects that we'll look at. We'll learn about the mechanisms for oversight to ensure regional councils' resources are used effectively and safeguarded. As overseers, you will actually hold us accountable on the execution of the instructions, if I can call it that way. This includes my role, myself, as an accounting officer, appointed to manage the council on your behalf. What is it that we can do to ensure that we live by your expectations? There will be a bit of etiquette navigating the complex protocols on your life as a policymaker. This induction, Honorable Governor, Honorable Chairperson, has been carefully crafted and designed to provide you with a comprehensive orientation to the mandate, the functions and systems and operational environment of the Erongo Regional Council. Over the next 2 days, or a day and a half, you'll be introduced to key departments and sectors, including planning, technical and rural services, administration, finance, internal audit, land reform, health, and so many. Education, gender, water supply, information and communication, all these are some of the functions that are delegated to the Erongo Regional Council. Each session is intended to equip the honorable members with knowledge and tools necessary to effectively execute their oversight, legislative and representative roles. As regional councillors, our regional councillors occupy critical positions as an interface between government and the communities we serve. And that was specifically the purpose of the decentralization. And I keep saying that regional councils came in as a port. The port is there, it starts to receive MICT, gender, and all that. So we are not in competition, we are one regional council. So every delegated function becomes part and parcel of the regional council. It's not them and us, but ourselves as Erongo Regional Council. It's therefore imperative that this induction is not viewed as a once-off event, but as a foundation upon which informed decision-making, constructive engagement, and cooperative governance will be built. The administrative arm of the Council stands ready, honorable members, to support you in the discharge of your duties. And our role as officials is to provide professional advice, implement Council resolutions diligently, and ensure compliance with applicable laws, policies, and procedures. Effective collaboration between the political and administration leadership remains very key and essential to achieving our shared vision of this beautiful region. So I encourage you, honorable members, to actively participate, ask questions, and engage openly with ourselves as your presenters this morning. The true value of this program lies not only in the information shared, but in the dialogue that it fosters and the common understanding it helps to establish. In closing, let me reiterate our collective commitment to the principle of one region, one vision.